Chris, myself, and Bruce all worked at Microsoft. We had met originally on the electronic mail product. Eventually, we convinced ourselves we should go start a company and make video games.
And at the time, like, doing video games was kind of a place where you could do something cool with a relatively small team. That's changed a lot in the last 10 years.
We didn't feel like we could wait another generation and then come from industry outsiders and really make frontline games. So it was kind of one of those moments where we said, okay, if we're really going to do this, we have to do it now.
I don't know. I mean, it's when we started, we had absolutely no idea what we were doing. And so in our naivete, we decided that we were going to do games that were like the games we really liked, which were, Super Mario 64 and Crash Bandicoot. We didn't pick something easy to go do. We had to choose the hardest possible thing to go try to do. Man, he dies again.
When a studio starts out, you are constantly worried about the place going under. You have to fight for your life all the time. I really like that, actually. I mean, fear is really good to get yourself going, so I didn't mind that one bit. We're tough guys. We sit at computers all day, having our bone mass diminish.
But, we kind of struggled through, and now we're actually doing games that are kind of on a par with the games we really like, which is super cool. It's very rewarding.
As a result, there's a lot of camaraderie as well.
This person's 10th anniversary with the company, the first employee to ever cross this line, is Nate Fox. Thanks, Nate.
Nate, drink it all.
Drink up, Nate! That bottle's yours. I'd like to say that there was some sort of seminal moment where we defined our philosophy, but it's really something that's evolved along the way. But I think it's very much been crafted by the people who've been here.
This was my first job out of college, first full-time job. I remember the first time I walked into the studio, there was posters of Sly, and I walked by people's offices and they have like him running around in a test world, and I'm just like, this is crazy, this is amazing, My favorite toy as a kid was Legos. I always liked creating things, I've always liked kind of rules, and my wife gives me a hard time about like focusing too much on rules. Works good here, doesn't work good at home. But yeah, this is a great place to work.
The thing that's great about Sucker Punch, it's family people.
It's a much bigger sense of teamwork here.
You can just talk to anyone and just kind of say what you think.
There's this desire to just be different, to try different things, not to be happy with, the first draft of something or happy with doing something the way we've done it in the past.
It's just a lot of fun. It's a lot of hard work, but it's a lot of fun.
It's produced a culture where everybody does get along and everybody likes each other, and that's super important to us because it's hard work. Making video games is hard. It takes a lot of sustained effort over a long period, and it's a lot easier to do that if you like everybody you're doing the work with. So,
the truth is, in any kind of artistic effort, there's no right answer, and you just kind of have to try things out. Like my motto is "fifth time is the charm," so that you keep iterating and trying to make it better, and that means you ask for people's opinions because on a game this big, so many people working together to make something that when somebody finally plays it, it's just one single experience. Only through talking about what you're working on and kind of feeling out if it's going to marry to somebody else's work, is it going to achieve that.
Coming off of Sly 3, the last PS2 game we did, we knew we wanted to do something big. We wanted to do a bigger game this time.
We actually went to Sony with several ideas. After we were done with Sly, we did a lot of pitches, and they said they liked this one the best, and we were psyched to work on it. And so that's how kind of Infamous got started.
Infamous is a game where you're a superhero. Sorry, let me try again. That was not natural enough. Infamous is a game about Cole, who's kind of a normal guy, what happens when he gets superpowers? How does he deal with it? What choices does he make? And it's in the setting of a city where a big disaster has taken place. So, yes. You want me to do another one? That was very good.
Infamous is really inspired by some personal experience. I was involved in the WTO riots in Seattle, and it was really cool because during the riots there were no police. They'd all been kind of pushed off, and I was seeing people like kicking in windows to stores, and it's like a totally lawless area. And yet at the same time, people were offering me food or water to wash tear gas out of my eyes. There were no repercussions. Somebody could have just beat me up, but they didn't, because human beings really aren't mean. It was great. It was like core humanity, because society was sort of reformed. And that's something we tried to do in the game by making it a lawless city where taking care of people was more of a choice. It wasn't something you felt like compelled to do. And that's where it came from. So we're just trying to be kind of real in what's going on in the game.
This is a business, and it's also creating art, but I think the elusive quantity here, more than anything, is just making good, entertaining video games, that the game doesn't become just a tech demo, and it doesn't become just beautiful looking but not fun to play. This elusive quality of fun is what we all are in pursuit of here, and we're really proud of what we've accomplished. Okay, thanks guys.
Thanks.
Back to it. Look at that. All that frickin' email that came in already.